So we live in a world where Swamp Thing gets cancelled and yet Titans gets a second season. The fuck? So within a few short hours ago, we did discover the unfortunate truth behind the fate of Swamp Thing, in that it is going to get cancelled and will not be renewed for a second season, as the show got cancelled right after its premiere. And given Swamp Thing's troubled production, as well as the fact that it got cut down from 13 episodes to just 10, it did seem pretty inevitable that Swamp Thing was gonna get the axe. However, I didn't expect it to be cancelled right after the show released its first episode. And understandably, many people are pissed off about this because they were really enjoying the first episode. Now me personally, I have only seen bits of the first episode, but from what I saw, I was very impressed with what they were doing. And I honestly thought that it had the potential to be something truly special. Hell, it even had the potential to be the very best thing the DC Universe had to offer, mainly because of how ambitious it was. But within a few short hours after the announcement of Swamp Thing's cancellation, many fans are already on board into trying to save the series, making petitions and kickstarting some campaigns in order to save Swamp Thing from being cancelled. But at this point, much like with Constantine before it, I think the chances of Swamp Thing being salvaged is near zero, which is really unfortunate given the circumstances. But at the end of the day, I believe the show was just too ambitious for its own good. And I say this because out of the shows so far, I do believe that Swamp Thing had the biggest production value thus far, but unfortunately the DC streaming service as a whole isn't exactly as successful as Warner Bros. And DC would have hoped. And at this point the streaming service isn't really making much of a profit anymore, so because of how expensive Swamp Thing was and the fact that they're losing money, it only made sense for them to cancel Swamp Thing, and that is the sad truth. And if you ask me, I wouldn't be surprised if the streaming service gets terminated within the next few months or even years, because it isn't exactly successful, it's not even accessible worldwide, and even the target demographic as well as the content that they have is beyond limited that it just doesn't seem like it's worth your money. And when you really think about the whole situation, it's really unfortunate, and Swamp Thing was pretty much doomed to fail to begin with, when that really sucks. So how do you personally feel about Swamp Thing getting cancelled and not getting renewed for a second season? Do you think that this is incredibly disappointing news, or do you think that DC should just bury the streaming service altogether by now? Comment below and share some thoughts. And as always, thank you guys for watching this video. Please like and subscribe. Take care and have a good one.